excited. This is going to be a wonderful day.
I have been to Angel Island before. The immigration center was not open way back then, about 20 years ago. So to me, this is really special. I am so appreciative of all of us bringing our different heritage together, and we'll get a little bit of history today about where our relatives came through and what they had to do before they were allowed to disseminate in the United States.
Have a great day.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Have a great day.
And this idea of coming to Angel Island came up, and Mayor Paul said, you know, I came to the grand opening of the new Immigration Station Museum. It's a really inspirational place. Why don't we organize a delegation from Cupertino to go? And I said, that's a great idea. It seems like a very germane thing to do, given all of the headlines recently.
We brought over here and detained over in excess of 400,000, somewhere close to 440,000. Living here on the island, Chinese are not allowed to mix with non-Chinese. So they have 200 beds on the top floor, 200 beds on the bottom floor. They have their own restaurant in the flatter part up here. Living in very cramped quarters, very miserable. You're treated badly, but you want to get in no matter what the cost. The stories that showed up on these walls talk about what they're feeling or express. Those stories are very important, and we translate it through as Cantonese.
第入木蘭，成為囚犯，來此一秋，美人不准批撥回頭，消息報告回國經憂，各若華人嘆不自由。
I think there are some stories coming out of here that are so moving and so intense, frankly.
When touring this and hearing the stories and learning about how the Japanese picture brides were processed through Angel Island, I came to realize that I probably do have a connection here because both my grandmothers were picture brides. And I knew that they immigrated through San Francisco, you know, just in general, but likely they came through here, I'm thinking. So I really it's really inspiring me and encouraging me to go research to see if probably they were processed through here.
I saw a visitor and I asked her like what her experience was, and she talked about how her father was actually detained here along with her grandfather, and when he got hernia, he was actually sent to San Francisco to get treated at like a Chinese hospital. But when he got treated, he wasn't allowed to stay there. He had to be sent back immediately to Angel Island.
So this is part of my ancestors. Came over to Angel Island a long time ago for the railroads. What really was impactful was seeing the etching, the Chinese writing the walls. So for me, it was like ghosts in the walls of my ancestors. Only seeing what writing was like to see what suffering they went through immigration to come to this great journey of America.
Definitely feel connected because my dad, when he was 10 years old, he actually came through Angel Island. Yeah, coming here and actually seeing the barracks, seeing how they had lived and all that, it just seems so surreal. And I just hope that we all learn from that and let it never happen again.
And knowing about that history is so important because it's a first step in having an opportunity for all of our communities to recognize that the racism and xenophobia that Asians and Pacific Islanders are currently experiencing is not new. It traces its history back to when immigrants first started coming to the US. Because our hope and intention is that anyone who visits the Angel Island Immigration Station, regardless of whether your family came through here or not, regardless of whether or not you're a descendant, that you feel a sense of connection to the site, either as someone who is an immigrant of immigrant heritage or someone who's an ally to immigrants.